Blank is the best thing since sliced bread. Now, I've never really understood that phrase, mostly because English is not my first language, and also because sliced bread is pretty mid. Like, it's just bread that's sliced. Like, even I could invent that shit. The concept of streaming music was invented way before that. And all I'm saying is, I can't have Little Titus's fire music blasting out of a sliced bread. But I've heard of a lot of shit being compared to the greatness of sliced bread. Central Heating, Baggy Jeans, AO3, Boss Man. Some of those you might agree with, some of those you might not. But one thing I'll never agree on: air fryers! I hate air fryers so much. Stop comparing air fryers to sliced bread. They're not even close, alright? If I had to rank shit, it would probably be sliced bread, giving children cigarettes, Class of 09 the flip side, that stupid ass ice cream haircut, and then like right at the bottom, it would probably be air fryers. I mean, until like about a few months ago, me and air fryers have been on complete different sides of the world. Like, why would I care? I had my oven, and it was a decent scrap of metal. Sometimes, when the people in my neighborhood didn't need something anymore, they would just put it out in their front yard so other people can take it home. So yes, we did have a second-hand oven. And yes, it did smell like burnt flesh. And it did have a few questionable stains on it. But I was sick and tired of making microwave mug cakes. So when my dad brought this busted up second-hand oven back home, I was over the fucking moon. It was like Christmas had come early. I remember our first frozen pizza in that thing. It was half cooked and the cheese had the consistency of oobleck. But that was the best damn pizza I've ever had. And life was amazing. Until it wasn't. And then one day, that oven just would not turn on. Kinda grateful because anything that we put in there would come out raw and soggy. I thought we were finally getting a new oven. Imagine my surprise when I come home the next day and I see this thing in its spot. A fucking Temu air fryer. When my dad explained how it worked, I felt like an old grandma trying to learn how to use a VR headset. What do you mean you fry shit with air? Like, this would put a Victorian child into a coma. This almost put me into a food coma after all that shit I fried and ate that day. I was about to find Fed Vander and kiss him. But then the novelty wore off and I got sick of eating air-fried french fries every day. Then, a week later, I got invited to like a little get-together with my friends, and I was gonna bake some cake to share. I was planning on making this like really extravagant Black Forest cake topped with cherries, right? I was in my Gordon Ramsay shit. I used a shit ton of flour and sugar. I used 6 eggs. I toiled over that cake for 2 hours. The batter was perfect. Then I went to put it into the air fryer because I thought it worked the same as the oven. I go into my room, sit and watch TikTok. 10 minutes later, I go to check on my cake and smoke is billowing out of that air fryer. So, I open it, I check my cake, and it's raw! It was literally the same consistency as when I put it into the oven like 10-15 minutes ago. So, it's fine. You know what? I'll just put it on a lower temperature. I set it on the lowest temperature. I fuck off. Then I come back another 20 minutes later. It's burnt on top, but it's still somehow fucking raw under the surface. So I pull my cake out, scoop the burnt layer off the cake, and then chuck it back into the air fryer. I'm patchworking my cake back together. I mean, I wasn't gonna throw it away, right? I put 6 eggs into it. 6 eggs in this economy, that's like a fucking arm and a leg and then some. 30 minutes later, and it's still raw. That cake has been in the oven for like about an hour and 15 minutes at this point. I pull the cake out and the texture is like fucking jello. I spank the cake and it fucking jiggles. Since when the fuck did cakes jiggle? I spent around 3 hours baking this cake. I was not about to put it in the bin. So I just slathered the whole thing in icing while praying to God that a miracle would occur. But at that point, even God could not save this cake. For reference, this is what I was aiming to make This is what I got at the end of 3.5 hours of pure strenuous labor. By the way, this is after I slathered it in icing. Before that, it was raw and it was sinking in the middle, so there was basically a hole in my cake. That shit looked like a burnt fleshlight. My get-together with my friends started in 1 hour. If I turned up with this, I think they would genuinely jump me on the spot. And if I'm being honest, I would jump me too. So I just put the cake in the corner of my room and I took a pack of Jaffa cakes to the party because I'm not facing the pair of anguish today. When I came home, my cake was gone. I deadass thought that shit became sentient and set out to kill me. But then I heard my brother groaning on the toilet, so that mystery solved itself pretty quickly. Am I kind of stupid for assuming that my Temu air fryer would work like an oven? Yeah, kinda. But in my defense, we threw the other oven away, and I had no other choice. And for those of y'all that are gonna blame me for buying an air fryer from Temu, they were the cheapest on the market. I was not brought up like all of you bougie asses. When you had Nutella, I had fucking Nutmaster. When you lot had Oreos, I had You-Know-Me's. No, I don't fucking know you, twin. When I was hungry, I used to watch mukbangs, get a piece of bread, and I used to start shaping it into food that I saw on the screen, and I used to pretend like I was eating the same shit, okay? It was not my fault that my family decided to bring a Temu air fryer back home. Maybe in another life, I'll reincarnate as Elon Musk's lost granddaughter, and I will be bougie then, and I will buy a vegan, gluten-free, cruelty-free, animal-free air fryer from an ethical brand. But that is not me right now. I'm not up like that. I mean, aside from my family, everyone is infatuated with their air fryer. I'm seeing people shove things in air fryers that I would have never imagined in an air fryer. I'm seeing songs about air fryers. I'm seeing people have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm seeing a 4-in-1 air fryer right now. How greedy do you have to be? This is genuinely the air fryer of pure gluttony and greed. I am seeing glass air fryers. Man, it takes 2 seconds to pull the bit out. What are you monitoring your dino chicken nuggets and fries for? I swear they were not common 5 years ago. It's propaganda. I'm telling you. They released air fryers to keep you distracted from the Epstein files. Stay woke, guys. Stay woke. It's the government. This is how mind control starts, I swear. I'm not even 100% confident in air fryers because I heard from somewhere that you can, get lead poisoning or, it leaches lead into your food. See. Do not sue me. I don't know if that's real. Every time I come across information on TikTok, I feel like a Facebook mom because I believe that shit all the time. But then again, in 20, 40 years, when y'all start growing legs out of your head or your kid pops up with 20 arms, then I'm gonna nonchalantly chuckle to myself in my rocking chair. I literally told you lot that you would feel the effects of all this shit that you air fried. That's why I stuck to my oven. It's so much healthier and I'll probably outlive all of you. Right, and then I'll probably start chain smoking. Thank you lot for listening to my shit video. I'm recording this right now and I do actually sound like I've been chain smoking for 10 years. It's okay though, audio quality will improve when I get my money up. Love you guys, stay safe, stay sexy, and I'll see you in the next one.